So, Robin will talk about the rice in just a minute. I'll just go over the ingredients that we're putting in. So first we're going to put a little bit extra virgin olive oil. And I'm going to turn that on and heat up the olive oil just a little bit. And then we're going to put the rice cauliflower in. And the rice cauliflower is going to take a lot less time to cook than rice. So we're just going to stir that up a little bit and get that oil all over the cauliflower. So once we have the oil all over the cauliflower, we're going to add our spices. The spices that we're going to do, we have some salt. And I'm actually going to add only part of the salt and leaving some of it. We can taste it and see if it needs a little more salt after. Pepper. We have paprika. Turmeric. And cumin.
All of the ingredients and the measurements going to be posted online.
I will post everything online. I'll give the recipe, and I will also post the recipes from last session. I know I haven't done those yet. Yeah, getting to that. So we're just going to cook this a few minutes until the cauliflower is just partially cooked through. And while that is cooking, Robin can talk to us a little bit about using cauliflower instead of rice and other carbs.
Right. So a lot of us tend to focus on our macronutrients, so like our protein, fats, and carbohydrate intake. And I always suggest clients or everybody to focus on your micronutrients. And you can get your micronutrients through fruits and vegetables. And I always say try to have 5 different colors on your plate. This is funny because I taught this just last weekend to a 15-year-old. And he ended up chatting with me and saying, like, my plate has 5 different colors. It's red, brown, light brown, kind of like a little red, a lighter red. And it was just like literally just chicken wings and rice and a slice of pizza was all he had. So when I say 5 different colors, think about the papitas that we have right over here. So green, and then we do have apricots and figs, so you get a little bit of orange and brown as well. The cauliflower is white, and then you get red from the paprika as well. So there's a bunch of different colors in your dish. But so cooking with cauliflower is a nice way to substitute for carbohydrates. So if you're not really active, you're dealing with an injury or anything like that, subbing for something low carb is really great to help manage your weight. So here Leron is just slightly cooking the cauliflower.
Right. So we don't want to overcook the cauliflower. We don't want it to be all soft. We still want it to have a little bit of crunch. And once that's cooked, we're going to add just a few more things, and we're just going to stir them in. So I'm actually going to turn the flame off, and it's literally just been cooking about 3-4 minutes. And what I'm going to add is some caramelized onions, and here I used red onions because they're really nice and sweet. And I just caramelized them with some olive oil. No butter, just olive oil. We're going to mix that in, and then we're going to add the pepitas, pumpkin seeds, and we're going to add the apricots and figs, and we're going to stir that all together. And then we have one last ingredient that we're going to add. I'm going to save this salt aside. I haven't tasted it yet, but I always like to do a little less salt. You can always add salt to your dish on the side, and that way you're not adding too much salt while you're cooking. So now that that's all mixed together, I'm actually going to put it into a bowl, and we have one last ingredient that we're going to put on it, and that is our pomegranate seeds. Right, so we're going to pour this in. Super easy, super fast.
And while she's doing that, I'll just talk about like olive oil in general, cooking with different oils. You want to make sure you check up on the heating point or the cooking point of different oils. You can tell that Leron was cooking the cauliflower really quickly and also at low heat. That's great with olive oil. It doesn't have a high cooking point. You begin changing the benefits of the olive oil if you cook it so long and so high. But you can see that in her dish, it's not only a healthy oil, but she kept it healthy by cooking at a low heat too. So she's going to show us
All right,
the
so the last part, the pomegranate. And I'm going to show on how to open it. So what I did, we're gonna make it a little more quiet here now that I'm not using the stove top. So you're going to score the top of it just to open. You don't want to cut it all the way through, you're just gonna score the top. And then you're gonna pull that lid off, okay? And you're gonna see the seeds peeking. And now, the secret to this is, and yes, I'm wearing gloves and I have parchment here on the table if you don't want things to get dirty. Pomegranate will get everything dirty. You see the veins where they're in between the seeds. That's where you want to score it. So you're gonna score it kind of like you're scoring an orange when you want to peel it. So I'm just gonna score it where I see those veins. And then once you have it scored, and I'm gonna actually just cut this top off because it's gonna be connected. Okay, once it's scored,
wow,
open.
that was so easy.
Yeah. All right, and then you can just go ahead and take each quarter at a time and pull out the seeds. And then we're gonna add those to the dish, and that's it. So while I'm doing this, does anyone have any questions?
Yossi says Princess Lerone is the best chef in Orange County.
I think everyone would agree with that.
Princess Lerone.
So
Thank you, Yossi.
Sarah Harper says, I look forward to you making this tonight, Mark Pattis.
I guess Mark is on the cooking for today. All right, we're gonna put some of these on top and we're gonna see what Robin thinks. So we have this here. We have our spoons.
All right. And we'll also get a video of Mark testing this out too. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. Haven't tried it yet with the pomegranate. All right. I love it.
Nice and easy to make, quick. All right, Mark.
I love the way that the cauliflower is cooked because it's still a little bit crunchy.
Right.
You didn't cook it all the way through, so
Right.
it gets the crunch. And it's nice to get the little bit of sweetness, the tart from the pomegranate, and then the sweetness from the figs and the apricots. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera around and get Mark. Take my spoon. All right, let's taste it, Mark.
All right, here we go. A little bit of everything.
Pomegranate.
Mask off.
It's a nice bite, Mark.
Get one bite. Now we're talking.
Your pupils are dilating. Does that mean you like it?
That is delicious. I thought it was going to be bland, and I was so wrong.
Yes. Great job, Chef
All right, I'll be
Marone.
posting the recipe and let us know. Send us pictures of what you get. Thank you for joining